Friday night, it's 9 o'clock. It's time for Ben Meyer Seattle. Brought to you live from the massive TCI studios in Seattle, Washington. Join Chardmo, Uncle Creepy, and me, I'm Johnny99, as we welcome our special guests, the Connotations featuring Steve Mitchell, plus Blousy, Drug-Crazed Barfly, Hollywood's James Caan. Tonight, and now here he is, a man who needs no introduction, yet he insists I prattle on endlessly as if I were being paid. Yes, he's a monument to the human race, and you know what pigeons do to monuments. This is a guy you love to hate on the installment plan. Why? Because it lasts longer. That's right, a man with a split personality, and everybody hates both of them. And now here he is, a man who's not just acting stupid. It's the real thing, ladies and gentlemen, Chardmo!
All right. The containers, the commitments, what the hell? Connotations. That's who we got tonight, the Connotations. Hey, well, welcome to the show. It's Friday night. It's 9 o'clock. That means I must be Chardmo, and this, of course, must be Ben Meyer Seattle. We got a nice turnout here in the studio, and to all those of you at home, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so this guy, he walks into his son's room, and he says, hey, you know, you keep doing that, you're going to go blind. Kid says, hey, Dad, I'm over here. You know what a Freudian slip is? That's when you say one thing and mean your mother. So I went to a garage sale the other day, and I saw this camouflage shirt, and it was like only 50 cents, so I bought it. And I washed it and hung it in my closet, and now I can't find it. I was arguing with Dead Freight the other day. That's Dead Freight, that's Sandy, my girlfriend. And she says, I was a fool when I married you. I said, yeah, well, I was in love, and I didn't notice. Okay, hey, do you know what, seriously, do you know what'll happen if you take LSD and a birth control pill at the same time?
What?
A trip without the kids! Speaking of trips, seriously, though, you know, I'm a people person, you know, I like to hang around with folks, but, you know, every once in a while I like to get away by myself, you know. And so I was out for a walk in the woods, and gosh, I stopped and paused to ponder. And I happened to look down, and what did I see but a four-leaf clover? You know, and as I bent to pick up that four-leaf clover, I touched some poison ivy. No. I had a rash of good luck for a week. I'm sorry, I forgot to write down the punchline. Okay, seriously, folks, I'd like you to remember, chopped cabbage is not just a good idea. It's the slaw. Okay, one for the kids. How many Spaniards does it take to screw in a light bulb? Just one. One. Okay, this guy moves into a new neighborhood. I'll close with this one. The guy moves into a new neighborhood, right? A moving van leaves, and he's just standing there in front of the house, you know, and his name's Fred. And Bill, the neighbor, comes over, and he introduces himself. Hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to the neighborhood, Fred. And Fred goes, well, gosh, yeah. Everybody I've met around here has just been so nice. I think I'm really going to enjoy living here. And Bill says, well, hey, Fred, what do you do for a living? And Fred says, well, I'm a teacher. As it turns out, I'm a professor over at the university. I teach deductive reasoning. And Bill goes, well, what's that? Fred goes, well, let me give you an example. He says, I notice you have a doghouse in your backyard. And Bill goes, yeah. He says, well, I deduce from that you have a dog. And Bill goes, yeah. He says, and Fred says, well, if you have a dog, I deduce from that you probably have some children. And Bill goes, yeah. And, of course, Fred goes on, if you've got children and a dog, then you probably have a wife to go along with it. And yeah, Bill's nodding his head. Fred says, and I can obviously deduce from the fact that you have a wife and children that you are a heterosexual, Bill. Bill says, hey, that's pretty cool. Deductive reasoning, huh? So anyway, later on that day, Bill's mowing his lawn. Joe, the guy on the other side, gets his attention, and he says, hey, you met the new guy? And Bill says, yeah, he's a real nice guy. I got a real interesting job. Joe says, oh, what does he do? He says, well, he's a teacher. He's a professor over at the university. He teaches deductive reasoning. Joe goes, deductive reasoning, what's that? Bill goes, well, let me give you an example. Do you have a doghouse? Joe goes, no. Bill says, well, you're gay. That's about enough out of me. I think my esteemed sidekick, Johnny99, forgot to mention our extra special guest tonight, Mr. Kyle Cease, our old friend from days past. He's with us tonight, so don't go anywhere. We've got a commercial. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. Hamalama Aleko. All right. Is Grandma's Packard taking up valuable space in your driveway? Does that dusty old grandfather clock not quite fit in with your new decor? I think I can help. Hi, I'm Chardmo from Bend My Ear, Seattle. You know, one of the most popular segments on our wildly successful television program is Something Neat from Chardmo's. And I'll bet you're wondering, where in the heck does he get all that stuff? Well, I'm going to tell you. People give it to me. That's right. People just give it to me. Isn't that great? All my life, people have been going out of their way to acquire things just so they can give them to me. And here's your opportunity to get involved. My birthday's coming up next month, and it's created an urgent need for more stuff. Isn't that great? So you give me a call. Hey, if it's really good, I'll come over and get it. Now, mind you, I'm not out to collect your trash. I only want the good stuff. Just think, won't Mom and Dad be proud when they spot that priceless family heirloom sitting on my desk? You bet they will. Well, hey.
Here you go, Chardmo. Another moron fell for it.
Well, thanks. See what we got here. Whoa. Mad, number 37. That's from 1958. That's good. Superman, number 32. Hey, here's a Life magazine from 1941, just before World War II. This is incredible. So pick up the phone, give me a call. Operators are standing by 24 hours a day. Give your neat old stuff to me. Thank you.
All right.
You know, it really is my birthday next month, Johnny99.
That's right. And the givers of the world, give to Chardmo.
Yeah, give it to me. And by the way, that's not my correct phone number, so don't be bothering that guy. The correct number will appear at the end of the show. Or you can reach me the easiest way, and I can't make it any much more simpler than this. Chardmo.com. That's it. Chardmo.com.
Please visit our webpages. You will be amused.
Yeah, we got a bunch of new stuff on there. I think you'll find it amusing. And one of the new additions, those of you that have already perused it already know this, but we'd like to congratulate our perennial sidekick over here, Uncle Creepy, who made the cover of Soldier of Fortune magazine this month. We got a tight shot here for all the folks at home to there he is.
Go for Uncle Creepy.
In my ear, Seattle's security chief, Uncle Creepy. There he is.
I guess that tells you don't mess with Chardmo and Johnny, huh?
That's right.
That's right. We got Uncle Creepy on security.
You know, and since it's kind of looking like an all creepy kind of week, you know, I got this in the mailbox. You get these mailbox values, and this is one from Video Update. You know, they got all the movies they're renting, The Full Monty and 7 Years in Tibet and all this. And I look down here, it's Uncle Creepy is
the love
machine.
Yes, right there.
What the hell is with that?
Uncle Creepy, see it at a theater near you today.
Okay. Now this also, if I can get one more tight shot here, this is something interesting. This is I guess this is called performance art. It appears to be a gal wrapped in saran wrap with a shower cap and protective eyewear on, looking in a mirror, and she's got a bunch of paper scattered on the floor, and she's like doing this outside. And that, my friend Johnny, is what we call performance art.
I don't get it, Chardmo. What is performance art? What the heck is it anyway?
Well, let me explain it to you.
Okay.
Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Let's say you have a tray of cheese and crackers and ham. What's that?
That would be a snack, Chardmo.
Okay. Well, what if you're wearing a wetsuit and clown shoes and a beanie? What is it then?
I don't know. What is it then?
It's performance art, Johnny.
Oh, I get it now. Performance art means keep your day job.
That's exactly what performance art means.
Okay.
Anyhow.
All right.
Well, gosh, we got a band here. We got a hot new band.
The Connotations.
Connotations. Why don't we go to them for a feature song, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
Connotations, take it away.
Yes, my baby left me, never said a word. Was it something I done or something that she heard? My baby left me, you know she left me. My baby even left me, never said a word. But I stand at my window, wring my hands a moping. I want to know that the one I love is gone. My baby left me. You know she left me. My baby even left me. Never said a word. Stand at my window, bring my hands and cry. I can't believe that the woman never said goodbye. You know she left me, my baby left me, my baby even left me, never said goodbye. I guess my baby left me, never said a word. Was it something I done, something that she heard? My baby left me, you know she left me. My baby even left me, never said goodbye. My baby even left me, never said a word.
All right. Yes, indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Connotations featuring Steve Mitchell on vocals and guitar.
Yeah. Hey, and here's something directly out of the news. This is a gal named Karen Fredericks. You might have seen this in the PI yesterday. She's a gal who wants to just have it be People's Park, or she's against the ballpark name. And anyway, talked to her today. We're going to have her on the show 2 weeks from tonight. There's no show next week, Johnny 99.
And God knows why we're having this woman on the show, but I guess we are.
Yeah, we are. Okay, anyway, yeah, here's a picture of her. Karen's going to be here in 2 weeks. And there's her number. I put her number there if you want to join her ever-growing cause. I guess it's getting real big.
Future
real
city
huge.
councilwoman Karen.
That's right,
from
future
Bella.
mayor. Yeah, Johnny thinks it's a silly idea, but then again, what does
Well,
he
she's
know?
had 3 years to do it.
Now, we get a lot of email, and we get a lot of mail, and we get a lot of course, we get a lot of death threats for that matter. But
We get a lot of F mail too, is what we call it.
yeah, we
F
get
mail,
we
yeah.
get finger mail when we're in the car on the way over here. We get all kinds of mail. But anyhow, something I received that kind of shook me up a bit. Now, some guy named Bill. I've been trying to track this rascal down. If I can get a tight shot here. This rascal lives out in Woodinville.
This is what Chardman would look like if he was like 6 inches wider.
Yeah. He just took that whole big-headed Chardmo and took the concept a little too far. And by the way, the punchline is, for the next week, I had a rash of good luck. Why did I drop it during the monologue, Johnny?
I don't know.
I punted it from 40 yards out, but
it wasn't on the teleprompter.
I guess if the truth be told, it's because I was thinking about the big-headed kid.
Oh, God.
So that's why I dropped the punchline, Johnny 99.
Oh, well. The show must go on.
The show must go on, and it's about that time. If those of you in the studio here would kindly assist me, ladies, put on your veils. Gentlemen, please adjust your appurtenance ever so slightly to the right, because it's time to batten down the hatches. That's right. There's a storm of brewing. Away all boats, women and children first. It's time for the weekly What It Is with Johnny 99. Yeah.
God, I can never figure out which way to stir that cantankerous cauldron of controversy. It's always this way, that way. I never know which way to do it. But I'm Johnny 99. You're the rest of the people out there in the world, and this is the weekly What It Is. Any questions? All right, let's get going. This is Ben Meyer, Seattle. We started out with nothing, and, we still have most of it. So let's just move right on. Seattle, whether you like it or not, Safeco gave the stadium fund $40 million. They're going to name the field Safeco Field. I don't like it any more than you do, but that's the way it's going to be. That's just the way it's going to be. The good news about this is that when Safeco got done forking over the $40 million, they had $87.50 left. They gave it to us. From now on, the show will be called not Ben Meyer Seattle, but Ben Meyer Safeco. So tune in. There'll be no show next week. Tune in 2 weeks at 9 o'clock for Ben Meyer Safeco. By that time, the $87.50 will be gone, and boy, will we be pissed. Other than that, I don't have anything this week, folks, because I spent the whole week in the hospital. I was in intensive care in the obsessive compulsive disorder clinic this week. Yeah, it's true. I'm very obsessive, and I'm also very impatient. You know, one time I made wine out of raisins because, I couldn't wait for it to age. I mean, yeah. And, it's not a bad place, the Obsessive Compulsive Clinic. There's a lot of great people in there. They're really nice people. They have a cute little sign by the light switch. It says, "Will the last one to leave please turn off the light switch?" And then turn it back on, and then turn it off again, and then go ahead and turn it back on, and then turn it off again, and then check it. Okay? One couple fell in love there. It was great. They fell in love. They got married like 384 times, just to make sure. And there's a little sign by the bathroom sink. It says, "You only need to wash your hands once here." Well, of course, twice wouldn't hurt. And, 3 times they'd be really clean. 4 or 5 times it'd be even better. But, you people might think that I'm suffering from insanity, but I don't suffer from insanity. I enjoy every minute of it, folks. That's right. And I learned one other thing from my doctor. He told me, as you get older, a lot of men, as your hair starts falling out, the cartilage in your ears and your nose continues growing until you die. Now, that's a disturbing thought. I mean, I don't want to get old and have a big old beacon on here, 2 satellite dishes pulling in 57 stations. I don't want it. I mean, I'm not going to have it. This is Johnny 99. Now get out of here.
All right. Well, hey, our usual band leader, Mr. Spit Firehouse, couldn't be with us tonight. He had a prior engagement, so...
We missed you, Spit.
The Connotations. We got the Connotations tonight.
That's right.
This is so big.
And 2 weeks from tonight, we have another band. The Partial Woodrows will be here.
That'll be great.
2 weeks from tonight.
That's true. Okay, well, it's time for our special guest. We probably ought to bring him on out here pretty quick. He's been a friend of this show for, about 4 years now, wouldn't you say?
That's right.
4 years?
I believe this was his first television gig.
That's right. He contacted us when he was still in high school and came and did the show with us for a while. He's just a real wonderful young man. Let's bring him on out, Mr. Kyle Cease.
Kyle Cease,
yeah! Yeah!
Look at that. Thank you. Sit down. How are you doing?
Good.
How are you doing? Thanks for having me back here on a Friday night. How are you all doing out there in the studio audience? Yeah, good. So I got a new girlfriend.
All right.
Yeah, that's why. And I had talked about this before. It's what she doesn't do that I like. She doesn't do that teenage girl talk. You know what I'm talking about? That new. So the other day I was walking down the street and I saw Tom. When I saw him, I was like, and he was all. And we're like, where do we learn to talk like that? A role model. You'd never hear like Bill Clinton. Hey, Mr. Clinton, how do you feel about the economy? Well, Jim, I was talking to my wife Hillary, and she says we're having problems in the Middle East. When I heard that, I was like, and she was all. The debate. It's weird what we let go on TV, I'm still trying to figure out why the hell Bob Saget is famous. I don't know. You guys agree with me with that? When he's doing a voiceover over a video, it makes it totally obvious what's about to happen now. Here's a typical Bob Saget voiceover clip. Okay, Timmy, I'm gonna pass you the ball now. You don't hit it into my groin. Let me ask you something else. How come you're watching all these great videos throughout the show, and then the 3 finalists just suck, don't they? Or it's like 2 really good ones, and that third one that sucks, that's the one that wins, and they're so excited about that one, too. It's like, here's the 3 finalists tonight. Number 1, old woman getting hit in the head with a bat and her pants fall off. Number 2, baby doing backflips on the back of a horse who speaks. Number 3, cat on a mattress. So our advertising's getting weird now, We will now show you one thing to get you to buy something else. For instance, what does Les Schwab give you for free now when you go there to get tires? Right, beef. That's right. I got the first word out of creepy tonight. Beef. That's right. Free beef. How irrelevant can you get? Who the hell's going to go, God, I am starving. Let's go get the tires changed. Honey, I feel like a steak. Let's go to Les Schwab. Actually, honey, I kind of feel like chicken. Let's go to Goodyear, then. I did that joke the other night at a comedy club where the audience reacted. And this guy comes up to me after the show and he goes, Les Schwab does have good beef. Les Schwab has good beef. I feel really sorry for you. If you own a beef company and you're getting your ass kicked by a tire company, Polesbo RV, they do the same thing. Polesbo RV has this old guy who comes on and he goes, come on down, see your RVs. We'll give you a root beer float. You got a lot of problems of all it takes to get you to buy a Winnebago as a mug of A&W, What was the motivation for this? Was there some customer just standing there one day going, I like your RVs. I just don't think I'm ready to buy yet. The other guys, are you sure? But it's in all of our advertising, though, you know, especially locally. Am I the only one here that sees that Dick Hart, the owner of an athletic club, is fat? You know, he doesn't use the crap. Why should we? You know, it'd be like Danny DeVito for the NBA. You know, Michael Jordan for Supercuts, or I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer for King's Table. You know, it's a little. Oh, I didn't realize Chardma was a Jeffrey Dahmer fan. I better buckle it up. That's my time, I think, isn't it? About time or more? More. All right. So, how about that Jeffrey Dahmer, huh? Let's see, what else can we talk about? Okay, here's a couple impressions. This is Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries, my impression. Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries reading a bedtime story to his daughter. Okay?
This is the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a young girl named Goldilocks. But where were her parents? If you have any information.
Okay, this next impression is Robert Stack doing stand-up. Okay? Robert Stack doing stand-up. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Stack.
Why'd the chicken cross the road? If you have any information.
You're watching me and you're going, you know, Kyle, you're doing your impression of Robert Stack, but when are you going to do your infamous impression of the Pillsbury Doughboy playing tennis with Barney the dinosaur and the ball goes out of bounds? So then, and they get into an argument about whether the ball's in or out, and then Julia Child comes in and stops the argument. Well, here you go.
All right.
Sorry, that was out.
Out? That was on the line.
No, I saw it. That was out.
Ouch, you big dumbass hemorrhoid. That was on the damn line. Can we not swear tonight, or? Okay. So Julia Child part.
Maybe you two should try it again. And have some cake.
Okay, I love you, Pillsbury Doughboy.
Bull crap, that was on the damn line. That's my time? One more.
All
Okay.
right, now, Steve.
Both of you, thank you.
Go on over and have a seat, Kyle.
So, you know, Kyle used to be an amateur, but now he's a pro.
Yeah,
He's a pro. In fact, I hear a rumor he's making a movie.
Yeah, I hear you're making a movie. Is this true?
Oh, this is for me. Yes, I am. I've been very honored. I got the part in a Touchstone Disney movie. It's like a very large part in a national movie, and I'm like the big local guy in it, I guess.
Cool.
You could say.
What,
It just like that.
Well, what kind of character are you playing in this?
It's a cheesy nerd character, and they
Oh, well,
looked right
that's
at
a
me
stretch.
and
What a
said, "We
stretch."
have the guy." They said, "This guy looks like crap. We won't need to do hair or makeup. We got him right there." And
Wow, that's the kind of role that makes you feel good and bad to get it all at the same time.
exactly, yeah.
Kind of deal.
It's
Well, that's just
cheesy nerd
wonderful.
guy.
You
Thank
can hang out for the rest of the show. We got a few
I'd
things we
love
got to
to.
get to. The first one being the Greenwood Car Show. Don't want to miss that. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. Gonna have a couple Cadillacs and a '64 Pontiac Tempest convertible. It's on Greenwood Avenue. It's free, so
It's
come
free
on
all
out.
day Saturday. And if you can't get enough of those car shows, go down to the Ford Owners Super Cruise at the Super Mall Sunday for another car show at the Super Mall in Auburn.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah. No, I got a couple more things I'd like to share with you. I read the paper every day. I go through it just from cover to cover, and I found a few things that distress me recently. Now, this was in the classifieds in the automotive section.
Oh, no.
Just this last week. You got to get a load of this.
Chardmo, say it ain't so.
Yeah. Read him what he's saying there, Johnny.
The Reverend Bruce Howard will beat any deal. If I can't put you at one of our fine used cars, I'll eat a bug, he says. And there's some of his fine salesmen there arrayed behind him.
And they're all smiling
It
just
says-
like they do on TV.
And it says down here, buy from me or go to hell.
Yeah. Crazy Bruce Howard.
Yes, it's Bruce Howard's Used Cars and House of Worship, 98th and Aurora. Come on by. Check it out. Buy a used car from Bruce. You know?
Yeah. And then there was just one other thing. Now, this involved our own Uncle Creepy, and even this was kind of a surprise to me. You're going to have to get in really tight on this.
This guy's
is-
all
is
over the
just-
place.
Yeah, I know. This is like Uncle Creepy's big week. Who the hell's this an ad for?
It's up here in the corner.
Home Base, yeah.
Right here.
Their Father's Day thing. Yeah, here we go. Get a load of this. I'm just cruising. This has got all these different tools, you know, shop backs and band saws and
Manly
all this
things.
man stuff, you know. Then I look up over here in the corner. Can I get a load of this? Get a load of this. It says here, Uncle Creepy says, this baby cuts through bone and muscle tissue like a hot knife through butter. And underneath it says, use the same song Uncle Creepy uses for all of his dismemberment needs. What is with that?
I don't know, but it's really sick, Chardmo.
You don't let a guy talk on TV, and God, anything can happen. It was scaring me just to read my Sunday paper. Well, gosh, that's about all I've got to say. Kyle, thanks a lot for coming by and visiting with us.
Congratulations on the movie. Oh,
Yeah.
and tell us who's starring in this movie.
It doesn't have any huge star. There's one kid named Andrew Keegan. He's in shows like Party of Five and Seventh Heaven. He's a star of, and another kid is in the show Third Rock from the Sun. There's a kid named Joey Gordon-Levitt, and he has long hair.
Oh, yeah.
He's the kid, he's in the movie too. He's like
Cool.
one
So
of my
this is the
buddies.
big time, Kyle.
It's happened. And you guys, I really think we're a start.
Go on,
you know?
go
So,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're proud of you, buddy. We're proud of
Very
you.
much.
Well, thanks a lot. It's time to get on out of here.
Kissing
So,
up to Uncle Creepy. That's right. That's what's
Kyle, remember.
We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. And, well, boys, why don't you just take us on home?
Connotations!
Give me whiskey in the morning. I sing the blues all night long. I take a whiskey in the morning. Sing the blues all night long. Hell, I'm from Kansas City. I only know some railroad songs. Tell me, did you hear? Midnight train going